And so there does seem to be this relationship between mast cell activation, biofilms, mold, etc. I had one woman, we've been treating her for mast cell activation. We did the mold thing, we did SIBO, we did Lyme, Bartonella, etc. And she was still having a lot of rashes. And when we started going after the bacteria in a biofilm in her bladder, all of her symptoms got so much better. So
And
I do think,
so that was on NGS of the urine that you found that it was in the bladder.
yes, yes. And you can find it in a lot of different people too. That next generation sequencing is not something that most providers do or are cognizant of. The gold standard of urine culture, it's like, I don't know, a century old. That's crazy in the world of AI and quantum computing that is our gold standard. We should really be doing next generation sequencing on everything. It's my personal bias. And then these biofilms in genetically susceptible people who are also hypercoagulable, that becomes reinforced. So on the bacteria side, the bacteria making biofilms. On the human side, people who have a tendency to make clots are reinforcing that biofilm, making that biofilm even more resilient and resistant. And what I'm finding in many of my mast cell patients is that they are also hypercoagulable. Maybe not factor V Leiden, but there's another gene variant called plasminogen activator inhibitor 1. I'd say, gosh, I don't know, 90+% of my patients who have mast cell also have this hypercoagulation, and it seems to be associated with cardiovascular family history. So if people have a family history of stroke or heart disease, they will often have this hypercoagulability, which reinforces the biofilm, which makes everything harder. And then there's more stuff to inflame those mast cells.